Imagine inheriting a broken republic torn apart by civil war. Imagine defeating the most powerful rivals in the known world. And imagine ruling so successfully that your system survives for centuries after your death. This is the story of Augustus Caesar, the young man who transformed Rome from a struggling republic into the greatest empire the ancient world had ever seen. But Augustus didn't begin as a king, emperor, or military genius. He began as an unlikely teenager. So how did a young heir become the founder of the Roman Empire? And what secret strategies allowed him to succeed where so many others failed? Stay with us, because one decision Augustus made would change world history forever. In the 1st century BC, Rome was the most powerful state in the Mediterranean. Its armies had conquered vast territories. Yet, despite its success abroad, Rome faced chaos at home. Political corruption, power struggles, and violent rivalries threatened the Republic. And at the center of this turmoil stood one man, Julius Caesar. After defeating his enemies, Caesar became Rome's dominant leader. In 44 BC, a group of senators assassinated him inside the Senate House. They believed they were saving the Republic. Little did they know that Caesar had already chosen his successor, and that successor was only 18 years old. The young heir's name was Gaius Octavius. When Caesar's will was read, Rome was shocked. The teenager had been adopted as Caesar's son and heir. Experienced politicians mocked him. Military commanders ignored him. They saw a boy. But Octavian possessed something far more dangerous: patience. One of those rivals was Mark Antony, Caesar's famous general. At first, the two men cooperated. They formed the Second Triumvirate. Their enemies were hunted down. Thousands were executed. Rome once again descended into bloodshed. Yet this alliance would not last forever. As years passed, tensions between Octavian and Mark Antony grew. The rivalry became even more intense after Antony allied with Cleopatra. Octavian portrayed Antony as a man who had abandoned Rome for a foreign queen. Roman public opinion turned against Antony. In 31 BC, the conflict reached its climax. The two sides met at the Battle of Actium. This naval battle would determine the future. Octavian's forces emerged victorious. Antony and Cleopatra fled to Egypt. With their deaths, Octavian became the undisputed master of Rome. But he faced a serious problem. Romans hated kings. If he openly declared himself ruler, he could suffer the same fate as Julius Caesar. So Augustus devised a brilliant solution. Instead of calling himself king, Octavian claimed he was restoring the Republic. In 27 BC, the Senate awarded him a new title, Augustus. The title meant the revered one. Historians mark this as the birth of the empire. Augustus launched massive reforms. The army was reorganized. Roads, temples, and public buildings were constructed across the empire. Augustus famously claimed, "I found Rome a city of brick and left it a city of marble." Rome was undeniably transformed. Citizens enjoyed a period of peace known as the Pax Romana. This era would last for generations. It was stable and prosperous. Most importantly, he struggled with succession. Who would rule after him? The issue haunted Augustus for decades. If you're enjoying this journey through Roman history, subscribe to History Hub and turn on notifications. We explore the rise and fall of civilizations. In AD 14, Augustus died after ruling for more than 4 decades. He was 75 years old. By then, Rome had changed forever. Augustus was the architect of an empire that would influence civilization for nearly 2,000 years. If you enjoyed this documentary, give the video a like and subscribe. What do you think? Was Augustus Rome's greatest ruler? Share your opinion below.